welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're coming back, thanks for returning. I'm glad you found something interesting about me. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a really interesting topic today about my top 10 favorite makeup brands. The brands that I go to the most, the ones I love their products, or I trust their quality, and I just enjoy using their products to do my face. So I'm going to go ahead and share my top 10 brands that I loved, and yeah, let's get into it. If you like videos like this, please give this a thumbs up. If you like video and topics about makeup, go ahead and subscribe, because I do some makeup related content as well as entertainment type of content, talking about entertainment, whether that be movies, TV shows, books, etc., etc. So if you like stuff like that, think about subscribing. You're already here, go ahead and do it, and I really do appreciate it. So let's hop on into it. My top 10 brands from makeup companies, or my top 10 makeup brands that I enjoy. Let's get to it. Alright, so my top 10 makeup brands, this is in no particular order, although some of these brands maybe do hold a little bit closer, special place in my heart. And the first one I'm going to talk about is definitely one of those that hold a special place in the heart, and that is Anastasia Beverly Hills. For Anastasia Beverly Hills, although they do have some sort of, have been on some controversial, shaky ground within the past year or so, I just really enjoy their products. And I haven't actually been into Anastasia Beverly Hills maybe as long as other people, just because I've been doing my makeup for, I've always been into makeup, but I haven't really been getting into products and things like that until just last year. So I've been into Anastasia since 2019. So I'm more new to the game of Anastasia Beverly Hills as a company versus other, people on YouTube or other consumers of makeup. Some of my favorite products from them include the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. I just really love this palette. It has some very beautiful shades in here, and I think it just works really well for all type of skin tones, particularly for the deep skin tone. I mean, just look at that palette. Very beautiful. Some of the shades, like Sponsored, I really love that. Like, look at that shift for that. Absolutely gorgeous. So for me, Anastasia formula is really great. I haven't tried all of their palettes. I but I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but I do have 5 Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. They're not, they're pretty high in price, $42 to $45. Another one of my favorites from them is the Soft Glam. I love this one as well. It has some great looks from that palette. But I don't just love their eyeshadow palettes either. I mean, I like their foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations right now. Their Luminous foundation, and mine is in the shade 370 Warm, as well as the primer from Anastasia. I do like, although I do mix it sometimes because it is quite stark white. And then also their brow gel, which is around here somewhere, I really love and enjoy. I just noticed I didn't put anything on my eyebrows today. That would be me, yeah. But anyways, Anastasia Beverly Hills is that brand. I think they do do a lot of things right, even when they do some things wrong. But I think they do hit it out of the park a lot of the times with their products. I also have the Carly Bible palette, I have the Modern Renaissance, and I also have the Norvina palette. And I have to say, out of all of those, my least favorite at the moment is the Carly Bible, but I did just get that not too long ago. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time. I think that's the reason why, is because it just hasn't been in my collection as long. So I'm going to give it another try, but it has some really beautiful colors in it on the flip side of that. The only thing I didn't like was there was a lot of glitter fallout throughout the day with that palette, which I didn't see with other palettes. But yeah, Anastasia is that brand that it holds a special place for me, as well as some other brands I'm going to be talking about. So let's move on. Next brand. All right, my next brand that also holds a really special place in the heart, one I really love, and it's one of the brands that I really started to buy more heavily from, like a lot of their different products, more than any other brand when I first started getting into makeup, is I started buying from different areas of their brand and buying more of their products, like more than one item, and that brand is Colourpop. So I do love Colourpop. I think they release a lot, and it can be overwhelming, but I think they just do really good releases a lot of the times. And I think they have some really nice products and really good formula. So this is one of my favorite palettes from Colourpop. This is the Ooh La La palette. It is pink eyeshadows. It's not the pink eyeshadows I have on my eyes today, but I do love this palette. I have some significant dips in some of the shades, such as Poodle. I just love that pink shade for in my crease. It's beautiful. As well as some of the shimmers in here, like the shade Tickled. It has quite a dip in it. Very nice shade. Just so beautiful with that nice little shift to it. It has a lot of sparkly different colors throughout it. Really love. Another palette from them that I really love is the It's My Pleasure palette. Gorgeous purple shades. I do love purples. I don't wear purples as often as I do pinks, but I just really do love this palette. I think it's just so unique and beautiful, and has some really gorgeous shades, such as this one, Do or Dough. Really nice purple shade there. So the monochromatic palettes from Colourpop are just some of the best palettes and best monochromatic palettes, and they are one of the brands that do monochromatic palettes really, really well. And I have their orange one, the yellow one, the blue one, and I also have the this one I got more recently, the Nude Mood one, which is just like that neutral. So I do really love Colourpop, and not just their eyeshadows. I like their lip products as well. Their Luxe lipsticks are really nice, as well as their Luxe liquid lipsticks. Those are really nice. And their just the tints are some of my favorites. I really love these because it's just a sheer wash of color, and it's just like glossy and just goodness on the lips. This shade is one of my favorites from the Disney Villains collection, and it's Dr. Facilier. This color is just absolutely gorgeous. It's the color I have on today, actually. So really nice nude color that just goes with so many looks. I love it. I do also have their concealer, which I love, as well as their brow gel, as well as some of their eyeliners are really good, and lip liners as well. Just they have a lot of good products. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get at. So yeah, Colourpop is that brand that I really do enjoy. I think they're probably, if I should say this, they're probably my favorite brand of all, I think, because they just have some really good products, and to boot, they're affordable and just accessible to the mass majority. Like, people can get to their website and it's affordable, and a lot more people can try out their products because they're affordable. Not a lot, but I have some of their Super Shock shadows, as well as their Jelly Mud shadows. Very nice. And I also have one of their stick blushes, which I love. Some of their glosses, I like them. And I have some highlighters too. So Colourpop, I have like probably almost a full face of Colourpop, except for the foundation. I don't have foundation from Colourpop, but I probably have almost a full face from Colourpop. Like, I could probably do a Colourpop video as of right now. I just really love their products. They're awesome. So yeah. Kind of also adding on to the Colourpop thing is their sister brand, Fourth Ray. I won't count this as a separate, since it is technically like still connected with Colourpop, but their skincare line from Colourpop is actually really nice too. Like, I have their skin milk, some of their skin milks, as well as some of their serums, like the vitamin C serum, the hyaluronic acid serum. So Colourpop's sister brand, Fourth Ray Beauty, is also one I really love. So I'll add that kind of with Colourpop. So Fourth Ray and Colourpop kind of mashed together as, you know, one of my favorite brands. All right, this next brand is one I haven't been using as long as some of the other brands I've already mentioned, like Colourpop and Anastasia, but it is one I've been really enjoying for the end of 2019 up into 2020 now. And this is a brand called Ccolor Cosmetics that has a lot of dupe palettes of higher end brands. Now, some people might say have mixed feelings about or really dislike dupes, but I really don't mind them as long as they're not exact copies and they're just ripping everything, including formula and names and all packaging, everything from the brand, I think it's fine if it's a dupe, because it makes it more accessible to people that can't afford the higher end brand. And it also is good in case you want to try a color scheme of a brand, but you don't want to spend that money. Like you like it, but you don't like it as much to buy the full price, and you want to try it in that color scheme. So Ccolor Cosmetics is one of those brands that I like that does dupes, and they have a really nice quality for their eyeshadows as well, which just makes it even better. So because it doesn't make sense to get a dupe of something and then have a terrible formula, you might as well just buy the original product. But this brand has really pretty nice shadows, a good formula, pigmented, and they just don't disappoint. So this is one I recently got, which is the Savannah palette, which is a dupe for the Natasha Denona, I want to say Safari palette. I think the Safari palette from Natasha Denona, which that's a $129 palette, but this was like, I think $9, as well as this one I just recently got, which is the Blue Sky palette. This one, the formula can be a little bit hit or miss on some of the shades, which I haven't used all the shades actually, but yeah, this one is a dupe for the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette, I believe. So yeah, I got this one for $8, and I do have some other ones from their brand. I have a dupe for the Urban Decay Born to Run, which is called the Around the World palette. That one was like, I think $11, and the formula is just really great in this palette. So Ccolor Cosmetics is one I am really looking forward to trying more of their products from the brand, not just eyeshadows, but they're one of the eyeshadow, some of their eyeshadows are some of my favorites right now, and I'm just having fun with them. So Ccolor Cosmetics made it on my list. Yeah. All right, the next one on my list is one I also love, because when I got into makeup, I started with more affordable drugstore brands, and this brand I do really enjoy. I do enjoy many of their products. So that brand is e.l.f. I love e.l.f. because they're affordable, but they also give you some pretty nice quality. e.l.f. has a variety of products. I like going on their website and browsing, and I just think they do such a good job to get really good products out that are also affordable. I know many people don't enjoy drugstore formula for eyeshadow, but I enjoy it. I think it's pretty nice. It just depends on what you're buying. And these little e.l.f. bite-sized shadow palettes for $3, I actually really think they're really nice. So this one, the jalapeno one, I liked. I've used this one 2 or 3 times now, and I also have the e.l.f. Acai bite size for $3. These are actually really nice for $3. I mean, just think about it, $3 for these, and you get a pretty good quality and formula. So these two I just recently had. I also have some other e.l.f. palettes in some of my drawers around here that I really enjoy. They're staples, they're great. And e.l.f. just makes so many good products. From brushes, they have some nice foundations, they have good eyeshadows. I mean, you can't go wrong with e.l.f. So I really do like e.l.f. products, and that's why they make it to my list. Again, these are not ranked at all, so nothing is above something else. I'm just sharing them. And e.l.f., I think, even though this list is not ranked, it is one that I think I would rank higher, just because I do like so many of their products. But yeah, e.l.f. makeup is a good one. Check out e.l.f. The next brand I'm going to mention is one I also have not had for the longest bit of time, but it has really grown in my heart. The brand has grown in my heart, as well as the products. And these are the products these are eyeshadow palettes from the brand Kaleidos. I think it's Kaleidos Cosmetics, I believe. But Kaleidos is an indie brand that makes these really cool palettes, as well as they have other products that I haven't tried. So I don't know if that's kind of cheating to say it's your favorite brand if you haven't tried more from the brand. So far, all of the brands I've mentioned, except for Ccolor, I've tried pretty much different products, not just eyeshadows. But this one, I've only tried their eyeshadows, and I would rank this as one of my top brands, because the eyeshadows are that good, and I just love the aesthetic of the brand. And the eyeshadows are pigmented, the shimmers are absolutely gorgeous, the mattes are nice and blendable, and I just really love these palettes. I have 3 of the Futurism palettes. I have the Futurism 3 Astro Pink, the Futurism 5 Electro Turquoise, and it looks like this on the inside. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous shades, and beautiful packaging. And I also have the Futurism one, the Sci-Fi Green, and again, beautiful packaging and beautiful colors inside. I think this one might be my most used, even though I don't wear greens that much. I have been dipping into greens a lot more because green is my favorite color, but I just don't like the way it looks on my eyes sometimes. But I have been using a lot more green recently, and this is one of the palettes, as well as the Melt Gemini palette that I've been going to. So yeah, Kaleidos is one that I really, really love. So that is one that made it to my to my list for favorite brands. So yeah, I really do enjoy it. I think they have something really special with their brand, and they do an awesome job with their eyeshadows, and I can't wait to try more from their brand. So Kaleidos is the next one on my list. All right, the next brand that I have written on my list, and I am looking at my notebook when I'm looking down to make sure I'm hitting all of the 10 brands I have on my list. But the next one I'm going to share is one I also got into pretty early on as I was getting into makeup and trying out different brands. And I kept seeing this brand over and over and over on different timelines, social media, from different YouTubers, because it's such an affordable brand and they have some really cool palettes and also different products. And that brand is BH Cosmetics. So I have a BH Cosmetic. I have quite a few of their eyeshadow palettes as well as a lot of their brushes. I don't know if a lot of people talk about their eyeshadow brushes, but they have some really great brushes. And I have quite a few of their brushes. For example, here's some that I use a lot. They're 104 and 105 are two I like to use to do my eyeshadow. I actually used both of these today to create this pink look. Yeah, so they have some really great eyeshadow brushes, and they have really good eyeshadows as well. Their eyeshadow formula is not like the best eyeshadow formula. It's not even, I mean, I don't even know how I would begin to figure out my favorite eyeshadow formula. Probably Colourpop, but it is a formula I do enjoy. When I first got these palettes, I used the heck out of this big old Ultimate Artistry shadow palette, like so much. You can see how, you know, dirty it is because I used it so much all like the beginning of 2019 all the way up until like summer, all that time. And I did really enjoy this one. I haven't used it in a while, but I still do love it. And I also have some of their like smaller mini palettes which have 16 shades, but the pans are smaller, which I like because in that way you don't have that much product. I don't know if it's less product than other, but the pans seem a lot more doable to use up because they're so small. And this has really good pigment actually. So this is the Illusion palette, 16 color eyeshadow palette. I do have more palettes from BH, and I just like the brand. I think the brand is nice. They have affordable products, again, just like Colourpop in a way, and they do come up with some really nice palettes. They haven't been as interesting to me as of late, although they did release some palettes recently that kind of caught my eye, so maybe they're picking back up again. But yeah, this brand is one I do hold dear, and I do like their eyeshadow brushes are awesome, as well as their palettes. So yeah, I also tried their their foundation, which I actually just decluttered before I did this video. I didn't like the foundation that much, but you know, you might like it. You know, I didn't enjoy it, but there might be fans of it. But overall, BH Cosmetics is a good brand. So yeah, it made my list. I also forgot to mention this. The BH Cosmetics Nude Blush Palette. I actually don't do a lot of blush palettes, but this one is really nice actually. So yeah, if you like blush palettes or you want a blush palette, this one from BH is pretty nice and very affordable. So, okay, I don't know if this is kind of, I don't know. There's no rules to this. I made this up anyways. Whatever. I mean, I didn't make up the concept of this video, but I make up my own rules for it. But the next one I'm going to talk about, I've only tried these shadows from the brand, but I love them so much, and I use them so much since I've got them, that they're making this list. So this is a brand called Dandelion Co. It's actually a indie brand from one person that is running the company, I believe. But it's called Dandelion Co. And they make these really beautiful multi-chrome and dual chrome and eyeshadows and highlighters. So this is one palette I've got from them so far. This lets me know once I get into some of the other indie brands that make multi and dual chromes, I'm really going to enjoy those. I have an order from Terra Moon's Cosmetics coming. So yeah, I'm really glad I started to find these indie brands from YouTubers like Amy Loves Makeup. She talks about them, as well as Angelica. She talks about a lot of indie brands, as well as Karen. I forgot the name of her channel, but her name is Karen, and I really love her videos too. And they've put me on a lot of these indie brands, or just, you know, getting interested in indie brands. And this is one I've tried out. So this is Dandelions Co. I love these shadows because they just have such this beautiful shifts to them, beautiful, you know, dual chrome, multi-chromeness that is just beautiful. And this is one I created myself. And since I've got this, I've used some of these so often that it has risen up into my favorite. So yeah, even though I haven't tried that much from the brand, I do really love this brand so far, and I'm willing to try a lot more from the brand. So Dandelion Co. Sells on Etsy if you're looking for something like that. And they're indie brands, so it's good to support smaller brands. But yeah, I really enjoy these, so they made it on my list. There you go. Okay, the next brand I'm going to talk about, I don't have any eyeshadows from this brand, but it doesn't have to be just eyeshadows that determine if a brand is a good brand. So this brand I have a lot of different products from, even though I don't have any eyeshadow products from this eyeshadow palettes from this brand, and that brand is NYX. I do really enjoy products from NYX. I haven't tried their eyeshadows, I don't think, not that I can think of, but I do love a lot of their other products that they have to offer, such as the Dewy Finish setting spray. I do enjoy this setting spray because it gives a nice dew to the skin, and it does help. I feel like it does help my makeup stay on longer. This is my third bottle of this, as well as their Color mascara in the brown. I love this mascara. It's almost gone, and it's just a really nice mascara. Pretty nice formula. My wand bent too. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, the brown color is really nice when you don't want to go over the top, you know, with like black mascara sometimes can be a little bit more I'm going out, or, you know, more dramatic. So this I really love, as well as their glitter primer. I don't know, I feel like I've heard people talk about this, and I've heard a lot of suggestions for this. If you need a good glitter primer, from NYX has a good one. Their glitter primer is good if you want to have that underneath some of your glittery shades. So yeah, NYX is one that I enjoy. I like going to their site as well and seeing what else can I try from them, and I have not been disappointed so far. I haven't tried their eyeshadows though, so, but yeah, that doesn't determine the brand. I think they have so many good products that are just worthwhile and worth your money, and definitely a great brand. I have noticed they have been getting a little bit more pricey as for drugstore. Their prices have definitely risen, but I'm going to still continue to buy, you know, these products. So yeah. I forgot to mention this from NYX as well, their Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I absolutely love this. I use this almost several times a week, almost every day, whether by itself or mixing with other things. So yeah, I forgot to mention this. This is definitely a standout product for me from NYX. So yeah, NYX, that's why it made my list. I do love a lot of their products. All right, so the next brand I'm going to mention actually almost came as a surprise to me, but once I started looking through my collection and seeing what I had a lot of, I noticed I have so many of their products, and I use many of their products so regularly, and that is the AOA Studio brand that is on the Shop Miss A site. So Shop Miss A is a site, they have a lot of products for $1, or like $1.50, $2, and it's all different makeup. It has different brands on there, but the majority of the stuff, I think the in-house brand is AOA Studio for the site. So, and I really love so many of their products, and their products are $1. So I'm just amazed at the quality of the products, as well as the fact that they can do that quality for $1, and that's why this brand is making it on my list. So I have like probably a full face for this as well, for this brand. Like, I have some of their baked eyeshadows, which are actually really nice, like very beautiful. I have some of their the AOA buildable satin foundation, which is $1 and is actually a good foundation. I have their lip scrub, which I use a lot. I have some of their lipsticks they came out with more recently, not too recent, but more recently than some of the other products. Actually pretty nice. They're not the most long lasting or the best formula, but they're $1 again, and they have some pretty good lipsticks. I have some of their cream blushes. These are probably my most favorite product from this brand. I absolutely adore their cream blushes. They are just so beautiful on the skin, and I've had some of these, probably need to be tossed at this point. I'm gonna rebuy them though. For $1, this is just like, I can't believe this quality. Now, these ones you might have to reapply these. Some shades multiple times, not multiple times, but you might have to reapply it once throughout the day. But a lot of these actually have stayed on through work and everything, so amazing. Their brushes, also awesome. This is one of their brushes I use for highlighting, which is the F19 from AOA Studio. They have great brushes for $1. I mean, like, really. They have powder blushes that I love. This shade is in Auburn. Great formula, pigmented, beautiful. Only need a little bit. Their setting powder is one I don't love, but it's still also good because it's $1 and it does what it's supposed to do. And then another product that I really love from them that is just one of my favorite things is their Radiant Blushes. These are just like such a beautiful blush with such a strong sheen to them. You could almost use these as blush toppers or even a highlight. Very beautiful. And that one is in the shade Golden Apricot, and this one is in the shade Sin, and that's just really just gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful blush topper. And last but not least from this brand, this is a lot, is their brush cleaner, which $1 again, and it takes all the color off the brush so that I can use it for multiple different shades of eyeshadow. And this is $1. Like, I know there's other brands that have that same product for $8, $20, but this one is $1 and it works. So yeah, AOA Studio is a brand that if you need something affordable or you want to try something like, for example, cream blushes, if you've never tried it before and you don't want to spend a lot of money on the cream blush the first time you want to use it and try it out, this is one I would say is a great brand to try if you want to try out new formulas or if you just want good products for cheap. Yeah, they've got it. I just noticed that like the majority of these are like affordable or drugstore. I don't know. I do have another higher end brand. So definitely I'll do an updated list because this definitely can change. This can even change day to day for me, like favorite products or favorite brands. But I think the way I thought about it when I was going into this is brands I have a lot of products from, and not just a lot of products, but I kept going back to that brand to buy things because I enjoy the products I already have from them, and I may have a lot of their products, but I also use them and enjoy them. So that's what I kind of base this off of. Not just I have a lot of their products, because I can have a lot of products from a brand and still not like the brand if I don't like any of the products. But if I have a lot of products from the brand and use them and like them, then that means that that brand should be on this favorite list. The next brand actually is going to be Maybelline, which that one might be like, really, Maybelline? They don't really... But Maybelline actually has a lot of good products, so that actually are kind of staples. So I do like a lot of their different products. Like their lip products are really nice, like the Super Stay Matte Ink lip product, liquid lips are really nice. I don't really love matte liquid lips, but this is one formula I do actually pretty much really like. The Maybelline Dream BB Cream is one I go back to over and over again. I mean, this bottle is almost pretty much done, and I really love this one. I have the shade Medium Deep. I love this skin tint. I really do. I feel like it's just someone that's good for like just every day. I have some of their cheek products. I have some of their blushes. This one is a more cream gel type of blush formula, and then their Fit Me blushes are really nice. Very beautiful. This one has a bit of shimmer in it, like gold shimmer, but it's not like glittery on the cheek. It's just really nice, and it has a lighter pigmentation to it, which some people might not like, but it's good to build up a blush. It's always better to have, you know, less blush and then build it up than, although I do love a blush, like I like a pigmented blush, but these ones are nice though, so you can build them up. That's where I'm getting at. This I've used, this is recent to my collection. I haven't used it that much, but one time I did use it, I did like it. So, and then also their face products. Maybelline has some really good base products. Their Fit Me line of foundations are really nice, along with the BB cream. And I have the matte and the dewy, and I like both formulas. Even though I don't wear the matte as much anymore, I started off matte, but then I figured out my skin is dry, so I went to the dewy, and I really love both of these actually. So, and these are like $6-7 for a good formula. Yeah, definitely. Maybelline has definitely made it into my collection, and it has some products that are staples for me. So Maybelline is on my list. I think I have one more brand. I have lost count. If I get over 10 brands, I'm sorry. I have lost count at this point, but I think this is number 10, and it's the last one I have. So yeah. Hopefully this is 10, but the last brand I want to mention is Huda Beauty. So we did get another more higher end price range brand. I don't have a lot of products from the brand. Again, can I say it's my favorite brand if I've only tried a couple things from it? I say yes, because her eyeshadow formula is one that I really do like. This one I got for Christmas. This one was $67. The retro, the Mercury, what did I say, retro? The Mercury Retrograde palette. The packaging is just beautiful. It just feels luxury. It just feels nice. And then the shadow formula is very nice as well. I do like the shimmers in here and the mattes. I know this one was hit or miss for some people, but I do enjoy this palette. And then I also have the Ruby Obsessions palette from Huda Beauty, which I really, really do enjoy this palette as well. It's one of my favorite palettes, and I do love red and pink shadows. And I just really like the formula in here, and the shimmers are out of this world. So for me, Huda Beauty has definitely made its way up into my favorites list for now. That is, again, subject to change. You know, when I do this again at the end of the year, I might have quite a few different brands on here. And some brands I'm getting into that I'm going to try more from. I'll mention those, but before that, I want to do some honorable mentions. For favorites, Wet n Wild is a good one. Moira or Moria, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but this brand here, Moira, Moira. This brand is really good. I want to try more from the brand to see if it can make its way up into my favorites, as well as Juvia's Place. I do have 3 palettes from Juvia's Place, and I was almost going to put Juvia's Place on this list above Huda Beauty, but I feel like I do use my Huda palettes more than my Juvia's Place palettes, and I think that's because of the ones I have. I think if I had other ones, I think I would use those more, but I don't know. I don't know. But Huda made it over Juvia's Place for now. But Juvia's Place is a really good brand though, so they're on my honorable mentions. And then some brands I want to try more from in the upcoming year. Fenty, I did have their foundation, and I did like the matte foundation for a while, but I figured out it was too drying, the matte foundation. But I do want to try more from their brand. I want to try their eyeshadows. I want to try their new cream blushes they just came out with. So I want to try more from the brand, as well as their highlighters. That one could creep up into my favorites. I don't know, but I do want to try more from the brand. They do intrigue me. I want to try some more Natasha Denona. I just recently got the mini palette as well as the highlighting blush, and I really love these. And I have also the mini Lila palette, so I do want to try more from Huda Beauty. Natasha Denona. They're so expensive. I just get wary of trying to buy some of their palettes, but yeah, that's another brand I want to try some more, as well as I want to try for the first time Pat McGrath. I just got my first order from them shipped in today, so yeah, I want to try Pat McGrath. I want to try some Charlotte Tilbury. A lot of her products have been enticing me lately. a lot of more, I want to try a lot more luxury brands, basically what I'm saying, because I already know there's great drugstore affordable, and I've been venturing into more high-end brands, but I want to try some more. I have a couple Urban Decay products as well. I want to try some more from them. I've never tried any of the Naked palettes. I want to try some more Melt. I have one palette from Melt, and I do enjoy it, which is the Gemini palette. And what was the other ones? Marc Jacobs, I want to try some things from. Not the most exciting brand to me personally, but their eyeshadow palettes are some that I want to try, maybe from Marc Jacobs. And then Tom Ford. Again, so expensive. It's just like, do I really want to buy an $88 eyeshadow palette with 4 shades in it? But they are kind of enticing me. Some indie brands I want to try this year include Cleona. I hope I'm saying that right. Cleona. I think it's Cleonda or Cleona. Terra Moon's Cosmetics. I've got an order coming from them. Divina Cosmetics, I think that's how it's called. I want to try those from them as well. I have an order coming from Notoriously Morbid soon. Is another brand I'm going to try out soon. And I have an order from Blush Tribe, although they're shutting down. I do have an order coming from them. So yeah, this list, again, I'm just talking so much, might change at the end of the year. I might have different brands on this list, but as of right now, those brands I mentioned today are my favorites. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and it wasn't too long. It's probably going to be a long video, but hopefully this wasn't too long. If you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up and check out some other videos. I have other videos talking about makeup. I recently just did a declutter also, so if you like declutters, check those out, and subscribe if you want to, see more content. And I hope you have a nice day. Stay safe. Bye bye. Adios.